Hello, this is Hamid Jaifard. I'm the product manager of AI-DBA for SQL Server program. And today I would like to talk about the recommendation feature because a lot of people asking us, what is this feature, what it does, what's the expectation out of this feature, and how it works in the backend. So this quick session, quick video, I would like to explain more about this specific feature, which I believe is the core of the AI-DBA. So what do you expect from AI-DBA and why is it so important and how it works? If if you talk with DBAs, you will realize that most of their times is spent on settling the issues, the blocking, the performance issues, security stuff, and so on. And most of them they are not utilizing the full feature of SQL Server. So we came out with this idea that first of all, we need to help the DBAs to focus more on the productive tasks rather than doing something like firefighters, just turning off the fire. And we want them to focus more on the architectural design, the modernization, consolidations, and anything related to configuration, performance tuning, or anything like, database config, indexes, instance configuration, those daily basis routine task and needs to be done, some of it monthly basis, some of it daily basis needs to be done. So it needs to be done by AI-DBA. So the recommendation engines comes into the picture. Why is it important? First, it saves a lot of time from the DBAs and they can focus more on the important tasks. What to expect? Recommendation, service, and the feature. It generates the scripts, the description. It also fix the problems. It find out what is the workload. Then it come out with the recommendation like the script, how to let's say increase the memory maximum memory size or increase the CPU utilization, reduce it or update statistics and so on. That's the core of the recommendations. So in the recommendation system or the feature here, we call it system because it has a lot of huge backend processing, which I'm gonna share with you shortly. This recommendation feature is the core, I can say. It comes out with all sort of scriptings, descriptions, and any DBA can benefit from this feature, regardless whether they are junior or senior or entry level DBA, they will get the benefit. How it works is behind the curtain is very complicated, but at the front, I'm gonna show you how it works and it's very easy. It's super easy. You can just review the script, check the recommendations and approve it and schedule it for execution automatically. So how it works behind the curtain and what happens is, imagine this is your database and you install the data gateway. So the data gateway regularly performs the health check based on the schedule you set. Then it pushes the data to our cloud repository. So this is assumes our cloud repository. It's not only single DB, it has many other parts. Then we have two engines, which is the machine learning and the cognitive, the LLM services. It in the first step, it actually captured the recent health check data that which is uploaded here in our repository. Then it applies the preliminary analysis based on hard-coded rules. Some of our senior DBAs, expert consultants, they came out with the hard-coded rules to categorize specific issue for that specific machine learning model. So when it comes to the performance issues, when it's categorized to performance issues, it's using different model. So we have different models for performance, administration, maintenance, security. And each of them, they have different models as well, because each recommendation need to have its own model. Once it categorized, then it runs the machine learning model from the step 2 result. Then it compares the result with the similar instances. When we talk about the similar instances, it's not only the instance that you enroll, actually it's all around the world. So the unique benefit here is you can compare. If you do this similar configuration, if someone else, different company, different tenant, is having similar hardware and the SQL and the workload configuration, if they applied similar recommendation with the similar parameters, did they gain benefit in terms of performance, or in terms of the IO resource utilization or the CPU resource utilization? If not, then it's going to tweak the ML with different parameters to get the better result. So it happens 5 times. So once it happens 5 times, it performs the comparison, generate the result, then it select the best recommendation that generated for you, and it passed the result to our LLM model to come out with description, something that non-technical user can understand, because the script is technical, only the DBAs can understand. But if, let's say, management people, they want to review and they want to understand what's happening, so we have some description which is generated automatically. This actually enables you as a DBA to perform higher level tasks like architecture design, like security concern design, like resource capacity planning, and so on. That's why we need a system that learns about your database, server, and the workload, because everything is keep on changing. And one more thing, the recommendation feature, it runs after every health check. Means by default, AI-DBA performs health check twice a week, and after every health check, it runs the recommendations models and it ensures that everything is smooth. That's it. So let me show you the feature and how it works at the UI. Backend, that's what I can disclose, but the front end I can explain to you as much as I can. So this is the UI from the front. This is our demo account, and I'm connected to SQL 2022 recommendations. This is the active recommendations which generated by AI-DBA. We have the columns like status, schedule, estimated elapsed time, approve, and the category. So estimated elapsed time is based on the current hardware resources and the similar instances with the similar workload, and how long it took for others to run the similar script, and how long it will take to run on your hardware based on the hardware performance. That's the core, that it comes with the elapsed time, estimated elapsed time. It categorized as database important, database optional, server important, and server optional. And you can see here is the scorecard, like 10 importance, 3 optionals, how many fail, how many of the recommendations are running, and how many of them are scheduled. If you would like to learn about the what is this recommendations doing, for example, change, what is this script, what is it it does, and here's the rollback. If, let's say, anything happen, if you apply, you can roll it back. You can click here. This is the description of this recommendation, and this description is generated uniquely for that script. So next time when it runs the health check and generate a new recommendation, the description definitely is changed. It's not remaining the same. And it also indicates if the recommendation has potential of need to have downtime. So some recommendations you need to have downtime to apply it. So it appears as exclamation mark here, that this one requires downtime, this one may requires downtime, and this guy may require downtime. If let's say you would like to apply, it's quite easy. You just check here, approve it. It asks you for the schedule options if you want to run it immediately or during low peak hours or custom date and time local schedule. Let's say we schedule it at midnight tomorrow, submit it. Then it automatically schedule it, is pending and approved by demo. If you would like to see the history of the recommendations being approved and executed, you just click on the history. You can easily look at the history here. Like this is the one succeeded and it's approved by demo. And you can look at the script as well, what has been done. Do you remember that just now I mentioned about the evaluating and comparing with other SQL instances whether the recommendation with the similar workload and the hardware resources, you know, they are gaining the benefit or improving the performance with the similar recommendation. Actually, it comes here. This one we have the effects. It performs the evaluation and come out with the result. So the result is more on the graph, like remain the same, CPU utilization went up, memory usage remained the same, query elapse time remained the same, or it goes down. So AI-DBA, it performs this comparison and it find out that which recommendation, which model, which parameter is doing the best for your environment. And this is the core basically. And also it comes with like combination. If let's say you perform federation and SA, the performance remain the same, resource utilization remain the same, almost. This one, the memory usage actually drop, but other than that, it's remain the same. Or it try to make the comparison by combining the recommendations as well. If you apply these 2 or 3 recommendation on the same day, then it try to evaluate the performance on the same day for all those 3 recommendations and try to find out which one is better, which one is not, and which one having more impact. Then it try to recommend to other people as well, or the same server in the next health check, which one needs to be done first. And you can have the exception if let's say you want to instruct AI-DBA, hey, I don't want you to recommend me for backup encryption or alerts or changing logging default databases and so on. You can just add it as an exception. If let's say you would like to abort it, go ahead, you can abort the schedule, click here, and it's done, aborted. If you want to run it immediately, just go ahead, click here, and apply, run it immediately. I can say that this can save you a lot of time. Now, some of you might think that, oh, it's still manual. We need to go and check and, check it, approve it. Yes, this is the manual at the moment, but if let's say you want to make it automated, you still have an option. Like you click on configuration, you click on the autopilot management, you turn it on and set the rules. And you say that, hey, I want to apply all of these automatically. Or you want to apply specific recommendations automatically. You confirm, you submit it. And how it works, it basically schedule it automatically based on the peak hours and the non-peak hours, which is, captured and understood by AI-DBA, analyzed. So during the non-peak hour, the next non-peak hour will be scheduled and it will execute it automatically. That's so easy. So this was the recommendation engine, brief you about the UI, about the What happens in the back end? Just brief you. We cannot just uh, disclose the secret sauce and the the algorithms we use for it. But it's getting enhanced, getting more and more features and the recommendations. And recommendation also one more thing, it comes with 3 layers. Is the first phase is just the basic recommendations. Once you apply, it moves to the second level, which is intermediate, a little bit advanced recommendations. And the third level, which is the expert recommendations, is like table partitioning, index lock escalations, and so on, more on the performance side. Then it will generate it. So if you don't apply the basics, it will never go for the intermediate and the expert because it needs to evaluate every level. Yeah. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoy this short video. Thank you.